Good day for the pieces with each divine nation. Hi, my name's Emma. I'm here to help, hopefully. On my channel, you'll find out that I am a spiritualist and I look at things in a different fashion. I like searching and finding everything that's connected so that I could see the big picture. This particular video, though, I'm here to make some of my corrections on my past videos that I've made. As you'll notice on my channel, I haven't been here in over a year. I did post one video recently because I needed to let go of everything in my past by the cause of the harm made. And I'm going to talk about a couple of things about my life that I'm hoping will help y'all. And maybe you too can make your good choice. For you do have a choice. It is your free will to be good or to be bad. That is something that a lot of people are not aware of, that I don't think that's going on right now. Everyone's seemingly bad, but not knowing that what you give is what you're going to get. So for the many times of the frequencies I've had a chance to run in with, these particular energies who think that it's okay to harm other people by their words and their castings of their words. That is a sword. That is a power that each one has. I'm here to stop and correct the error and mistake that most are making so that you too can find your true path to your light and to your spirit, and this will allow you to find your true purpose. For each one is asking of a question. What is my purpose in life? Why am I here? You're not knowing that you were here, and you were here because of an agreement you made with the spiritual realm. Yeah. Each one here made the choice of coming back to try again to get it correct, to get it right. And every time you come back, you seem like you fall. I want to talk about the fall of man. This is a correction I'm going to make because I did speak on that on previous videos. It's not the fall of man. They flipped it. It was the fall of the angels who turned it into the fall of man because the angels don't want to go by themselves to where they're supposed to go. They want to take everyone with them. That's why you have a general who a few years ago decided that he was going to say that where we go one, we go all, and that he has a digital army. This gentleman is attached to the presidency of the current president. Yeah. And we've all been noticing different things that the current president has been putting out. He's trying to teach everyone to follow him, to follow by idolizing him and worshiping him and going along with what he's doing. People need to step back and take a look at the big picture, because these people who think that they're ruling over and governing over the people think that they rule us and telling us what to do. The way that they're telling you what to do is by convincing you of something that they've said, or convincing you you have this ailment, convincing you that you're sick because they're the authority of the doctor. There's a whole meaning behind the word doctor or the title of doctor, and I'll get into that in future videos. Right now, This particular video is to make corrections I made on other videos. So, first and foremost, I had mentioned on some of my videos that I'm a postmaster. Well, I am the master of this post, my post, where I stand, what I am with in my heart, my mind, my body, and my soul, and my spirit. That's my mastership. So that means I'm the captain of my ship, and I'm the captain, and I am the guard of each of the cargo in my ship. You see, they put things in front of you, and they tell stories so that they could tell the story right to get you hooked into their things, so that you're liable also for those things. Without you knowing, you participate in those things. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm speaking in layman terms, so everything on my broadcast is in a box, it's in hyphenation, and it is a false fiction narrative, so this is for entertainment purposes only. My opinion is my opinion. You like me, you don't like me, that's okay. But I'm here to tell the truth of what I found, and if I need correcting, please do so, make a comment down below. I would love to hear your comments on what I have found and what I know. Maybe I'm wrong and I need correction. And if that's the case, I will make that correction. So for now, I'm going to talk about postmasters. There's postmasters that are walking around and they're telling stories that will give you the idea that they have the control over the nation and over the flag, and they are the owner of that flag. I was mistaken when I'd made joinder with these people. I was mistaken and led to believe that I would be taking part in the takedown of those who want to take over this United States, the Unity States of the America. This America has been named so many names. The Gulf of Mexico has a few names. They've changed everything, flipped it around so that it tells his story. Who is his story? The story of the one who is claiming that he is God over all gods. We'll get into that later. But for now, this postmaster and the title of postmaster, you have to know, is the one who agrees and writes all the contracts for the government. They're the ones in charge of the transportation and the delivery of the cargo with these transportations. They're also the ones that have to write the contracts for the military. They're the ones who are in control. Con of the trolling is with the nation. Yeah. So this particular postmastership decided that it was okay to make broadcasts and tell his story and bring on board many who wanted to learn the Parse syntax language and how it is that if we're not knowing these things, we can get ourselves into trouble with the courts. I've had my dealings with the court, and I'll let you know right now. They are all in cahoots. They all take care of each other because of the Magna Carta that's attached to the flag. Now, Magna Carta is a British order that puts a safeguard over the king and queen of the lands. And what it does is it makes all the lords and the barons of the land the ones who protect the king and queen by way of any type of court ruling coming against them is abolished or swept under the carpet so that they're not charged with any illegal activities. There's also laws and things that they've made that protect them from anyone trying to have justice. Now, just so you're aware, I am speaking in layman terms right now, so like I said in a previous video, all my videos are fiction format, and that makes it for entertainment purposes. But I'm hoping it will educate you and help you to make better choices in your life for yourself and for your family and for your kids. And hopefully, maybe you'll stop and correct some of the things that you find that you're doing to participate in their illegal activities. See, this postmaster, for you to sign up and be on board with them, they ask you for your credentials. They ask you for your private information. They also ask you to send a sample of your DNA by way of your fingernails or your hair, because you can't send blood in the mail. When they did that, that's when I knew that this was a nefarious sort. Why? Because they're walking in the same shoes as the other ones who want to take over and rule your life. But they're going to do it by other practices that many people think don't exist or not around. Well, I'm here to tell you, it's written in the Bible that your word is your sword. And they make plans with different types of wordings that they've made by using the phrase, the pen is mightier than the sword. This is how they take the writings of those words and bind them in books to make them a fact. If it's bound, then it must be true, right? We're going to take all these things and we're going to put them in the trash because that's where they belong. Yeah. We're not going to cast spells on anyone anymore. We're not going to make people downtrodden so that there can be a loosh and energy stolen from everyone, so that these individuals who think they are elite or of a seat of office can have everything you own. That's another thing that they're not telling you. They use numbers and executive orders to write these words, and then they sign it in cursive writing to make sure that it is cursed. That's how it works. If you don't believe me, go look up history. Go look up all the times that you were a child and you sat in the romper room, and the romper room had a magic mirror, magic mirror, magic mirror, who do I see? Or you have Mickey Mouse as the apprentice. And what happens when he used the magic? The whole place got flooded, didn't it? Yeah. These are subliminal messagings that they give to the children to assimilate the child. Each child has been assimilated since they were born. Why? To keep you in check, to keep you in line, to keep you in the control system. How do they track you? Number one, the senses. Go back in time and look and see, where did the senses actually start? Go back in time and look and see, where did mercantilism start? Where did they start with the shipping? Who was the owners of these ships? Go look. They're all hiding in plain sight. In addition, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm a little older than most people think. And I was around when we were in history class telling the stories of the burning of books. Now, instead, you have the burnings of libraries, the burnings of major churches. Why? Because these places have in their coffs, the cofefes, all the bloodlines of everyone that has been born, every single bloodline. Now, why would you think that they're. My funny thing is, JFK and his family and a whole bunch of others are claiming that they are the bloodline of Jesus Christ. If they're the bloodline of Jesus Christ, that means that Jesus was married. And who was he married to? According to the Catholic Church a while back, not anymore, he was married to a prostitute. They're trying to confuse you with the different marry this and marry that, but yeah, that's the one they're talking about. She was never a prostitute. No, she wasn't. They just tell this story to make sure that the female or the feminine aspect of life is snuffed out. Been trying to snuff out the great mother of creation for a long time. And this is why there is a spiritual war. This war has been going on for a very long time. And I'm going to tell you why they continue to do this, but in another video. But for now, I'm going to make my corrections. So these postmasters are going around teaching the Parsi syntax language and not telling everyone that they're casting spells on them when they join. You have to pay for this, you have to pay for that, and if you don't do your work, well, we're not going to tell you. You have to find it on your own. But we do have individuals that you can talk to with what you found. And maybe through them, you'll get a new insight. So apparently, the postmaster's also in charge of the Supreme Court. They're the ones that okay all of the bills and all of the other laws that are created in the House. So who's really the president? All I see are presidents making wars with other countries because they want their will over that country. And who are the ones that are dying? The minions, of course. The ones who do the work for them. Now, who is that? Those are our children. Those are the men and women who serve our countries. They are warring and putting their life in danger for these idiots sitting on a seat of office who shouldn't even be there. According to the Constitution, each one is a lawyer, each one is with the bar. This is with accredited Association of Rule of the British Rule and the Magna Carta. Another thing they want to play with is your heartstrings. The heartstrings. You see this ruler? This ruler I found in the trash. They're trying to get rid of evidence. This ruler shows the chakras that you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It also shows the scales of the music. But what do you notice? They're not in order. They're not in order at all. And this one here is showing the 4 corners of your foundation, which is your body, which is your ship, who you are the captain of. Now, who made this ruler? Says it right here. You can't see it, it's kind of small. So I'm going to zoom in and hopefully you'll be able to. You see that? There's a Kennedy name on there. Kennedy made this? One of the Kennedys made this. It's in millimeters and centimeters. For the rulership of this ship, this is the will. Who is at the helm? Huh? Who is anchoring in the lights of the 12 and the 4 corners? Who's doing that? The ones who are the rulers. Yeah. Yeah. So my correction for the postmaster is you need to stop what you are doing of the harm made is with your voodoo hoodoo and your black magic crafting of your warlock ship. Yeah. And all your minions with your female followers and your male followers and your sex magic and all your other things that you're doing to cause harm to those who are spiritual. Those spirits that you're messing with, they do dwell in your own body. Yes, they do. Stop playing with spirits, for they will cause harm by your own making. Because there is such a thing as the law of the universe. You get what you give. You get what you give. And if you think you're going to get what other people have by what you're making of your crafting, I'm sorry to say, you're not going to have that, nor any of the other things you have. For it will be taken from you by a great spirit who's pissed off at you. Trying to steal someone's Akashic records, trying to take away someone's life, doing voodoo and hexing, having your mother send me a video of a witchcraft video on my Facebook to cause heart attack. Look around you. Who do you really work for? I was taught by David David hyphen Win Miller. He had a partner. Yes, he did. They were sexually engaged. And David was right when he said the other one was pulling a tantrum because he's got such a big ego, he can't take no for an answer. And anyone who gets in his way, he stomps on them. Or he'll have his minions do it for him. It's very sad to see such an intelligent person fall so low and have no more ranking. And each one of his attachments are going with him. This president, I call him the tea man because he brings a lot of tea, let me tell you. He can talk some shit. He's got that soothsaying voice and that twisted tongue of his to make you follow him because now it's going to be his story. He wants to take over everything. He's claiming he's God and he's the savior. What has he done? He's saying it's in the name of God, in the name of Allah. We're going to kill the. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Why? Because I know every single one of the jinn who've been written. I know all about your twisting and turning of the pages and adding and subtracting words. I know the stories that you like everyone to know are just mixed in their religion, but each religion is with the same gods. Each religion is with the fallen angels, the fallen spirits. I'll get into those stories later. Here, I'm going to give you an example of another correction I'm going to make at this time. I don't like using the word holiday or holy. Why? Because this name Holly and holy is attached to black magic and casting of black spells. If you take a look at the Google, go Google this. Google the word Holly, Holi. And what will happen is you get a pop-up talking about how there was a war. So Vishnu, as Narasimha, who was warring over Hiranyakashipu, who is called the king demon of war, his sister is named Halika. Halika. She considered herself the ruler of the universe and higher of all gods after her father was killed. So every holiday you celebrate is connected to her. And the celebration of Holi is a celebration of color to venerate Vishnu of the war against good over evil, and he won. The colors of the rainbow is another thing that they're using with this celebration of color in Italy, not in Italy, in India. Many travel to India for this celebration. So my thing is, I want to stop and correct my saying of the Holy Spirit because it's not the name. It's of the silent spirit. This is the name. The silent spirit works in each one. The silent spirit talks to each one. You ever sit down and try to think and deduce things, and all of a sudden you have an idea? This is your silent spirit works. I think in Hebrew it's what is it? Rock. Yeah. So that's one thing I wanted to correct. And the other thing was with the postmaster. I really don't like saying holiday anymore, to give her vindication for her to have a day, because now I feel that each of those days are for her celebration, that she gained the throne of her father and is now queen of war. Eroka Kadosh. This is the silent spirit works. So there's another thing. I want to connect something for each one of you. Each one of you who are looking into the titles and how to get yourself not connected to the IRS and the government operations and things like this. In Hebrew, there's a Ein Sof. Ein Sof or the Ein. It's the same thing as EIN for the EIN number you get from the government so that you can have your LLC and that you can make your trust funds. It's the same word. Ein Sof or your EIN number. Things you need to look at. Don't fall for everything you hear that sounds so good to be true that it might not be true, because most times there's something underlined in there or written in between the paragraphs that you have no clue that you signed up for. And that's why I don't make oaths. The making of an oath is a swear. You're swearing and giving your word. That's who your honor of your falling. Don't make oaths. It's written in the Bible not to make an oath. But each one does it by signing contracts. Tracking. Let's track them by this contract that they don't know about, that we're going to con them out. We're going to con them out of their money. We're going to con them out of their livelihood. We're going to con them so much that they're going to lose their life and want to kill themselves. Or we're going to con them so much that they'll be so in the rat race, they'll have no clue. They don't want you to know your true purpose. They don't want you to know how powerful you are over these demons and over these spirits that are walking around telling you what to do. They say in the teachings of the church that it's blasphemy, that you blaspheme the Holy Spirit, right? Be careful. Care, be full of care of what you see is with your eyes, and what you hear are with your ears. And then what you take in, because it's not what goes in, it's what comes out that you need to be afraid of. Did that stuff make you who you are? Did that stuff put something in you to turn you away from the true God and from your true purpose? I think so. Did it to me. I was there. I saw it with my 3 eyes. Well, we're going to stop and correct all these errors and mistakes that we made, and we're going to make sure that we don't follow in their footsteps, because we don't want to be attached to anything that they've done, because we don't all go where they go. And I'm hoping that you too will gain your courage and go and knock on those doors and search and find the answers that are staring you right in the face. Yeah, some of it's hard to find, and some of it will be hard to take, like in that movie. You can't handle the truth. Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. Because it's been in your face this whole time. You just don't see it. You don't hear it. So you're not breathing it. You're breathing something else. It's stressing your body. It's stressing your mind. Stressing your soul. And stressing your spirit. Go and gain the knowledge. Go seek and find. Speak good words to yourself. Talk to yourself with kindness and love. Love yourself like you want someone to love you. Love yourself. This way, it will be easy to love others. Stop pointing fingers. Stop criticizing. Stop classifying. Stop making colors. For each color of the rainbow is with each child of God. Stop what you are doing. Open your mind. Open your heart. And change the things that you feel need changing. And don't ever be afraid of anything that was created. Why? Because you have the power to take down each of those things. And this is what they don't want you to know. They don't want you to know. They lost all their power because they gave it away. They want you to lose your power and give away everything you have so that you can be with them in their shoes. But you don't do what they do. You never wanted to do what they want. And you know in your heart that this isn't the way you're supposed to live. I come from Biloxi, Mississippi. I was birthed here. I'm going to say this was my Earth Day here. But I'm not from here. And most of you aren't from here. You are from the great light that came forth first of the great love. This is Mama Abba, Abba Mama. And you all know deep in your heart, men can't have babies. So what's with this thrice of a manhood of a boys club thing going on. That's in the stories too. I hope you guys have questions for me, and make sure you write a comment in the section below. Write your questions. Share, like, and subscribe to my videos. There will be more coming. I do apologize for not being here for over a year. I've been sporadic in my broadcastings because of the great amount of the attacks coming towards this mama. But guaranteed, we all win in this fight of the spiritual realm when we all get on the same page. Let's start, each one, by loving ourselves so that we can love others. And love does conquer evil. Yes, it does. So, with great love, be kind to those who are not kind to you. Why? Because they have been through a lot just like you, but maybe a little bit more, and they're having a hard time getting back to the state of true light. For you are the light of the world, so let your light shine bright with great love for the self first, learning who you are, learning your spiritual path, and then you too can share that with others. My name, Emma, Mama, Shaman, Nana. I don't care what you call me, for I love you each creation. Thank you for joining me each divine nation, for the peace is with you. Y'all be good to each other and be kind to yourself, and everything will work out.